What is happening? What is going on? You absolute bunch of legends. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show how to light a product, like a product, showcase a product, but we're going to use Gobos. Well, we're going to use a Gobo. I'm going to show you how to create a Gobo without having to download any Gobo images. This is all going to be done in Blender. So I'm going to show you how to do it like this. And I thought it would be a good video to show you how to do like a product lighting scene really easily. So obviously we're going to need a product or an object to light. Very simple. You can find one, or you can just go to like your asset. I've got Polyhaven, so I've got this television. I'm just going to drag it in from Polyhaven. You can also download it, and I'm just going to go S. I'm going to scale it up, and if I go here, this is what it looks like. So we want to light the scene. I'm just going to click on my camera. I'm going to delete it. Click on this. I'm going to go G, and I'm just going to bring it up to about here. Okay, so if I do this, this is what it looks like now. So it looks like this. I'm going to click on my world, and I'm going to bring this all the way down so it's completely dark. Okay, now we're going to get some lighting. So what I'm going to do, and then what you're going to do is obviously you're going to need to get a light. So you're going to go Shift A, and we're going to go to light, and what you want to use is an area light. Then just going to go S, scale it up pretty big, go to X, G, and bring it up to about here, and then go to Z, and then go G, and just rotate it to about there, and then go R once, so we rotate it onto our object. Now we obviously might need to change it later. What you can now do is you're going to go Shift A and mesh. You're going to get a plane. You're going to go R, X, 90, then S, scale it up to about there, go X, G, there, G, bring it up so about here. So we can see now what it looks like. And then we're obviously going to need to get a camera. I'm going to go G, bring it like this, S, scale it up very big, and then go Shift A and get a camera, Control Alt 0, and then what you're going to do, click on your camera and then shift your Y up to about there. And now if I go here, I've got this. So what you can do is click on your plane, G, bring it down to about there. Now we can see it looks like that. So this looks fine. Let's go back here now. Well, what you can do now is you can just go Shift A, and we want to get just 2 more lights just to light it a little bit better. So you can go there, boom, area light, and then we're going to go to top view, G, and we're going to bring it to the side to about there. X, bring it up like this. S, we're going to scale this up, and then go R once and rotate it like this. Bring it a bit higher. So let's go here now. R, go to Z, R, and rotate it like this. So it's facing your object. Let's go to camera, and we might need to adjust this later, but that looks fine. So let's click on our main light. This will be our Gobo light. So just rename it Gobo light, so you know which one is which. Go to shading, and then with it selected, just click use nodes. So you got that. So first you're going to do is make the strength 0, and then go Shift A, and you want to get a noise texture. Boom, put this there. And then what you want to do is go Shift A and get a color ramp. So color ramp, and put this there. Plug the factor of your noise texture into your color ramp factor, and then your color of your emission into your color of your color ramp. And what you want to do is bring the strength up to 1. And then what you want to do now is you want to go to Z, and then you can see you've got your wall here. What you want to do is go R. You want to rotate this towards the wall. Go S, scale this up pretty big. So it's like that now. And if I go here, you can see it's pretty bright. And then what you want to do is you want to click on your plane and make your base color completely bright. And then what you want to do is with your Gobo light selected, you want to bring your power up. So you can bring it up to like 500, or make it even brighter. So make it like 5500. So you want to change your spread now to 1. and you can see what happens now. If I go here, you can see what happens now. I created that Gobo effect on your object. Then what you want to do is change this area light, bring this up to about 500. You can see there now what is happening. Obviously you'll need to relight the scene. But you can see you're getting that nice Gobo effect. And if I go back to shading, you can see what's happening now. You're getting that Gobo effect. If I click on this Gobo light and you change this and adjust that so it makes it a bit softer. This makes it harsher, so you can change it to about there. If I go to my camera, you can see there it's obviously a bit bright, so click on your Gobo light, boom. We might need to make it like 1000 just to soften the colors up, and then maybe change this material, make it completely dark. That looks a little bit better. So you can see now that's looking a bit better. Change this light, so your second area light. Also make this like 1000. It might be a little bit bright, but you can see what it's doing. It's giving it nice Gobo effect. And if you want this material to be not so like reflective, you can then change it all the way down the roughness, or you can bring it all the way up. I think something like that looks nice. You can obviously change your Gobo light, so boom, you can change your scale. So if I change this to like 50, we'll see what happens. It makes it less, you don't have as many, and if you go 1, you can see. So you can change just how you like it, but it just gives you that nice, not such harsh light in the scenes. Because if I take that away, you can see how harsh and how it just doesn't look nice. But if you add this, it just softens the light, just makes it look a little bit more natural, which is what you want when you're creating these kind of scenes. And then what you want to do is you want to change this from 3D to 4D. That just also softens the light, and it allows you to just play with the W. So you can make this you can even animate it with this noise texture like this. I might show you in another video how to do that. But what you can then do is, let's go back here to layout, go back to our camera, and we've got something looking like this now. And then what you could do is you could click on your Gobo light. Let's go here, and then you can change. So if you make it bigger, it does it. If you make it smaller, it makes it a lot harsher. So if I go to camera, you can see there. So you want your light just to be big enough to cover your whole object, and you can obviously then just move it around. You can go R, so you can see what happens there. I'll bring it there. You got that. So you can play around with it. Like I said, it just gives you that nice, it just makes the lighting not as harsh and just, yeah, look a lot more natural. You can change your spread to 2, but you'll see if you bring it up to about 50, you're not gonna have that Gobo effect. So 1 is perfect, 2 is also fine, but you don't need to go anything higher than that. And then you can also change your color if you want, completely up to you. And there we go, that is your scene. You can then bring up your, like that. You can see it still gives you that Gobo effect, but obviously just understand that everything like basically plays a part of your scene, you know, lighting. If you put other kind of surfaces, they will also play a part and change how things are lit. So every object will probably be different when you are trying to light them. Just understand that you can obviously, if I go Shift A, Mesh, and I go Plane, not Cube, well, you can go Cube, and then what I can do now is if I just do this, boom, scale it like that, and I've created something like this now, and you can see it's changed the whole scene. So you can see it's changed my Gobo look compared to that. And then again, if I change this and make this like a metallic, it will then also affect all those kind of things. Bring the roughness down, it will then affect that, bring the roughness up. So it won't look nice, if you know what I mean. So it all depends on what you're looking to create, what your scene is going to look like. But yeah, that's just the name of the game. You need to play around with things, play around with the spread, play around with your strength, size as well. You can play around with the size, so you can bring it up so you find something that you like. But everything, like I said, everything just plays a part with each other. So hopefully you learn something in this video, and just know that it's easy to create a Gobo without having to download any Gobo images. And yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video. Peace.